what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the DX Gamer Show. My name is Mike, aka Operation DX, and welcome to episode 12 of PlanetBase. I bet you guys thought I forgot about you today. No, not so much. Just a little bit of a hiccup during the weekend there. So, as you are aware, I was fiddling around with my computers, rearranging stuff, and on Wednesday, was it Wednesday or Thursday, I reinstalled Windows. And I did all the updating on the weekend, and Sunday night, I did like one last pass on the update. I was like, oh, well, we'll see. We'll just go ahead and get everything up to date, up to speed. And we'll be good to go for Monday. Ha ha ha, yeah, right. Okay, so I did the update, and it was like some kind of performance thing. I can't remember exactly. And it's like, hey, successful, you're ready to go. Restart your computer. Alright, so restart my computer, and... ooh, my keyboard doesn't work. Yeah, keyboard's not working at all. And I tried like a bajillion things to make it work. I'm like, I tried to do the restore point thing because usually I nix system restore as soon as I get my Windows up and running, but yeah, that didn't work. So today I had to reinstall Windows. Fun times. Anyways, we should be talking about what's going on in PlanetBase because I'm doing a ton of stuff here. Alright, PlanetBase. Alright, so yeah, lots of stuff going on. Right now, I'm just adding some security here to my control room. So I'm putting in a weapons locker to where I can store weapons, and then an extra desk because I do have 2 security persons inside of my colony. I also added another external airlock, and this is going to be an important airlock because I'm going to do a lot of building on this side of the base. So yeah, I want them to be able to get around in a little more efficient manner, and eventually, I'll try to listen and make some connections for efficiency. But I think, this next part is going to be like the hub of where my base, the main structure of what my base is going to be. So everything is going to be kind of centralized in this area. I'm going to do the colony housing and all of that to give them beds. I'll probably add an additional large dormitory so I can do that whole guest thing. But before I get going on all that stuff, I just want to make some good preparatory. I want to make sure that my base is in good operation before I start expanding and adding people to my base and creating a whole mess. I want to make sure everything is in good order. I want to make sure my power systems are in good order. I want to make sure that I have all the modules built that I need to. I pretty much have all the personnel I need. And even though going with this process is going to be just a teeny bit slower, it's going to be a stable increase. Alright, so I have a ton of stuff to talk about during this episode. So we are, in fact, up to speed with all of the updates. And I guess it's a good place to start. Okay, so there was the whole food update. And then there's been some AI adjustments, which, I don't know. Some people are really kind of complaining about the AI in the forums. But, I don't really mind it. They're kind of... I don't know, they're kind of stupid, and I don't want to say stupid in a way, but the AI does some kind of, hey, Yellowbot! Yellowbot's in very poor condition. I'm going to be so sad when Yellowbot goes. But we'll get another Yellowbot at some point. Yellowbot on the spot! He's my favorite. I love him. So yeah, patching. So they did a patch recently for this game that I don't really like. I don't like it. No, not at all. I do not like it. Now, what they did is they got rid of solar flares for the first planet. So on the Mars-like planet, we're no longer going to get solar flares. We only have the comet strikes and the sandstorms, which kind of sucks in my opinion. It really it lowers the bar for the difficulty level in the game substantially. And I had no problem with solar flares. I guess people were complaining too much. This is what happens in games. People are complaining too much, saying it's too hard. The solar flares go off in the first planet, blah, 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 blah. And now it's gone. And I think that's terrible. I wish it was like something developers would say, all right, we'll give you the option. You know, you can have solar flares on the first planet, or you can turn them off. I would have kept them on, personally. That would have been what I would have done. But no, unfortunately, yeah, that's kind of what's going on. But we're still, like I said, we're in good shape. So I'm gonna be adding a bunch of stuff within this week. Like I don't know, I want to have like 3 or 4 of each of these processors. I want to have a second mine. Again, though, I'm not really gonna be bringing in additional workers. And in this. So the the telescopes. Can't think of the name of them. The telescopes open up now. So that was a bug. Because originally, I had no idea they opened. I thought it was like this myth that people were talking about in the comments or in forums. And nope. They launched a patch that allowed those things to open up. So when a engineer is sitting at the desk, they open up, and when an engineer gets up and walks away, they close. So you just saw that happen. Very, very cool. Now, I'm kind of concerned about the reach of my laser a little bit. So I'm considering putting down another laser on this new extension that I'm going to be building. I mean, I'm really going to be adding a huge extension to the side of the base here. All right, so you guys, tons of comments. I couldn't get through all of it. I tried to read stuff. I was really quickly reading through the comments, but you guys gave me a lot of like really good information. So I guess let's start with talking about the meals. So before, you guys know that like early in the series, I thought that, well, they need a mix of protein and the plants to have, not have the malnutrition thing, but that actually isn't the case. It's actually, they have to have more complicated meals is what it is. So I have to have a bigger variety of plants. So right now, I'm kind of in a situation where they could potentially get malnutrition because I don't have all the plants up and running. Someone was suggesting to make some lettuce plants, but we are going to build a large biosphere to put a huge area so we can put down just whatever we want. I'm going to put down stuff that I don't have inside of this biolab. So that's what I'm going to work on a little bit later. So essentially, I'm still going to execute my original plan here. I'm going to put down, I can't remember what I was going to put down first. I'm definitely going to put down a large canteen. Definitely going to put down a large cargo area, which may not be super pressing in the beginning, because even though we're sitting at kind of a surplus and not everything's making it over to the cargo area, it's not like a huge thing. I'm kind of more concerned about like functionality. Of course, later on during the week, I'll probably add stuff like the rec center. I'll probably add the bar and all of that. But that is for the future. That's going to take a little while because, as you know, the game does run a little slowly because I don't like to use the fast forward. Actually, that was one of the things in the comments. Someone was telling me, hey, it's fun to use fast forward, but you know, I like to play this game at the normal, regular pace. You know, just kind of chill, whatever. It's all good. All right, so we got an engineer bringing some more stuff there. All right, so essentially, we've been at the same pace as far as making bioplastics and metal. So, yeah, I'd like to increase that, but for now, essentially what I would have to do is kind of slow down as far as the expansion is concerned and let the engineer actually use some of that material. Yellowbot's about to do his very last thing. Yeah, just let the colony kind of use some of the material to make capacitors and I did it again. Semiconductors, get it through your head, dude. Seriously. It's yeah, I'm taking pills and having injections. It'll get through to me at some point. All right, so the airlock is being built, and yes, only one size of airlock. Oh, that was terrible. I don't know why I thought there were two sizes. I don't know, because there's like 2 or 3 sizes to everything. So I figured, why not the airlock? Oh yeah, and that's another issue I'm gonna be having here. So oxygen, because we are like really kind of creeping into the zone of, you know, the limitation of how many people we have in our colony. So we definitely need to build another O2 generator. Where I'm going to stick it, not exactly sure. All right, so what's next on the docket here? The canteen? Or the biodome? Yeah, we're going to build a new biolab. All right, so we're going to build a huge one, the biggest one we can build. I believe there is research that I can get from a trader that will allow me to go one more size up. But this is pretty beefy here. It takes a lot of friggin' materials. Fortunately, we have a pretty good stock of bioplastics. Although I've got to really watch it here because if you see in the upper right menu, which I'm leaving on for you guys because you guys have been asking for me to put that up, or just am I aware of it? So yeah, we'll leave this on for a while, and this gives us a good idea about all the major things going on in our colony. The thing that has me concerned right now is the fact that we only have 5 med kits, and quite often people get injured in the mine, and we may have some malnutrition issues. So that's why in the beginning here I actually built some additional desks in the lab so that I could get the medics on it. I don't think I need to get more medics in the colony because they seem to be pretty good about doing their jobs there. It takes a while to get pretty much everything built in this game. Anything in the game takes a little bit to build. So, you know, they'll be working away on their med kits. But when you build things in this game, I think it takes priority over everything else. So when I slap down the biodome, it's going to take all the bioplastics and it's going to use those towards building. So if I get too build happy, medkits are going to get neglected, along with other things. Like I have 5 spares left in storage. I've got plenty of medicinal plants, so I don't think that I need to focus on that in the new biolab. I think I need to focus on a more diverse amount of food. So that's what I'm going to do. So yeah. I'm going to try to keep everything in this zone a little more clean so they can get better access to things. So I'm going to try to connect things like I'm doing here. So I connected the robot facility to the cargo facility. And I'll try to be mindful of that while I build this new kind of addition to the base. And then, you know, the people will have a little more efficient ways of getting around. Maybe they'll focus on this. Unfortunately, I can't really do anything about... Oh, Yellowbot. We just lost Yellowbot. Oh, where's he at? Oh, he's inside the cargo facility, hiding behind the boxes. I think it's kind of interesting. So when you lose the bots, they deposit a piece of metal and a piece of bioplastic. That's kind of cool. You get a little bit of return. So they don't give you everything back because obviously it takes a capacitor. God, freaking crap! Semiconductor. It takes a semiconductor. All right, yeah. So here's another thing that I was asking and talking about in the comments. You can just freaking turn it off. You can turn off having colonists come inside of your base. Same thing with traders. Now, someone was suggesting that I just leave it on for traders, but I really don't have anything I want to trade. My main focus right now is I want to get my base ready for guests. And I have a lot to go in order to do that. So I want to have all the facilities so that they can come in to my colony and have a good stinking time just hanging out, whatever. I want to have everything there, like a rec center and a bar and all that. So essentially what kind of happens is when they come down, they're all like unhappy or whatever is wrong with them. So they try to fill their needs, and then they give you money in exchange for that. And then I can take that money and spend it on things that the traders have to offer, and they all have different things. This game, this is like the 19th time I said this, but like reminds me of Startopia so very much. So yeah, it's like the same kind of thing, you know, you can trade this for that kind of thing. Now, I can trade the goods that I have, but dude, seriously, I have nothing. Like, I've got like 3 meals, I've got 27 things of vegetables, you know, I got 20 meat. Yeah, I don't have anything to trade, so there's no point in even turning that on right now. So, good suggestion to have the traders come down. I guess for the cool factor of them coming down to see ships coming and going kind of thing. However, the landing pad requires a considerable amount of power to keep on. Right now, I think my power system would not be able to handle that kind of addition. It would, I would start running into power issues, that sort of thing. Right now, like I said, I've got this nice, perfect balance, but I really need to work on my power system for sure, because it's not ready for the big time. So lots of solar panels, lots of power collectors. I'm gonna definitely scrap the wind turbine at some point. That will return me some metal pieces, because that's pretty much what it's made out of. And then I think I'll build an extension off of the biodome towards that direction. That'll give me the ability to kind of, I don't know, put something in this area. See, like this space right here in between. I don't think I can fit anything in there. So if I eliminate the wind turbine, I will be able to put something in there and it will be good. Gosh, I got a lot of stuff in my mind. I knew there's like a lot of stuff that I wanted to talk about during this episode, but it's eluding me. It's eluding my thought process here. We talked about the patch, which I'm really disappointed about. I did dig into some of the comments. Lots of help there. Definitely appreciate those comments, you guys. That's huge. Like I said before, I make a ton of mistakes, and I don't know everything about the game, and that's why I always ask you guys, and you guys always pull through for me. It's fan-frickin-tastic. I love it, man. Thank you guys. I appreciate it big time. So, I have a better understanding about pretty much everything that's going on in this game here, like the food, the malnutrition, the communication systems, the landing pads. You guys have really kind of, you know, I pretty much know everything that's going on. So now there is a little bit of a camp on the side that wants me to, continue after this and go on the other 2 more difficult planets. One's like a moon planet-ish, and the other one's an ice planet. And those are more difficult. At least we freaking would get our solar flares back, right? Yeah. So I don't know. What I'll do is I'll do a channel update and see where you guys are at. Because you know what? There is just a bunch of really cool games right now that I can do Let's Plays on. There are a couple of games that I've picked up. And of course, there's the Ark Survival thing. I could do that. I'm saying a lot. I do that. And then there's this game, Rebel Galaxy, which I haven't played yet, but I saw some YouTube video. I'm like, my gosh, that's so cool looking. It almost looks like an EVE Online / what's that other game? I can't think of the name of. Yeah, but it totally looks like that. I love those kind of games. So if it's cool, that might be one to consider. And then I definitely need to do Angels Fall first, a look on that one, because that's another one that I picked up. So lots and lots of work for me to do on the YouTubes. Yes, definitely. Ooh, I like to see that. Medkits being made. Medkits are going up. So we had 5, now we have 6. Yeah, I think it's kind of good to have the this particular bar. It's really not going to matter really at all once I drop that wind turbine, I guess. I mean, that's the main thing on that screen that you want to kind of watch. Time of day is really not so important, I guess. I think this is probably the more important screen to have up. It'd be kind of cool if you could have them both up. Like, just do like I don't know, like you can in most MMOs, you can like drag menus around and all that. I don't know. I don't want them to get too crazy with, I don't know, if they're taking ideas, if the developers are actually watching this Let's Play. But hey, if you are, I wouldn't mind having solar flares back on this planet, seriously, because I like them. I like them. Who cares if it adds too much difficulty or whatever? It's good. Difficulty is good if it's fun, you know? Well, I don't want to get into my whole like difficulty versus fun spiel, because a lot of people don't agree with me. Yeah, so I guess I'm not gonna go there. All right. Yeah, so we're almost done building the biodome. It's taking a lot of work here. Yeah, like I said, it's gonna be slow going. So for the beginning of the week, we're not gonna be moving at a super blazing fast pace, but hopefully during each episode we will. Ooh, that's the other bot that's gonna be going down soon. I'm gonna be down to 1 bot soon, or 2 bots. I don't know. We did build a couple of bots, so it's good. But yeah, it's gonna be a little bit slow the first part of the week, and we'll start getting things a little faster once we get everything kind of established. And then we'll bring some extra crew in, and that may help speed things up depending on how, I don't know, they're doing some stuff with the AI. So maybe they definitely are more efficient as far as carrying things around. Like the engineers will carry stuff, the medics will carry stuff, everyone carries stuff, which is good. But when it comes to doing their jobs, I mean, especially the workers, they really suck. They suck bad. Like, I don't know, how many workers do I have? Like 12 or 11? So you can have 3 in the mine. I think maximum is 3 in the mine. And everyone else can be working a machine to make bioplastic and the metals, right? But they just kind of like sit there and walk around and stand around and do nothing too much. So, I mean, I don't so much mind that from a like, they're just being human and, you know, like taking breaks here and there, and I get it kind of thing. But in the same respect, it's so frustrating to like have your mouse clicked on a machine and see that it goes up to like 98%. You're just about to finish, thing, and the guy gets off the machine. He walks away. And then there's like 2 more guys just sitting in there, standing around doing nothing. At the very least, make it realistic. Like, most jobs, how like people are slacking off and having conversations. They should be like, even if it's like a sim kind of language, like whatever. At least that. Don't have them just like walking back, going to corridor, going to here, going to there, because they're not really doing anything. It's so frustrating. But the engineers still do that thing where they walk in and out of the airlock. I wonder what they're gonna do now, though. Now that they don't have Yellow Bot on the spot. Oh man, Yellow Bot's missing. Oh, I feel bad. So we witnessed the demise of Yellow Bot during this episode. That's one thing. That's one reason why that I would consider turning the landing pad back on for a trader to get another Yellow Bot, but it's okay. We're just gonna let it be. We got enough engineers to run things. Although we do kind of want to have 2 engineers at all times on the telescopes, because yeah, things can happen. Things probably will happen. It's okay though. It's part of the challenge of the game. I don't mind it so much. Yeah, whole lot of nothing going on towards the end of this episode. Sorry guys. At least we got one thing built though. We got the airlock built. But it's taken forever to get this biodome. Although the biodome does require a lot of resources. It's like 8 metal, so 1 for the corridor, 7 for the actual unit, and then the same comparable amount of bioplastics. So we really used our bioplastic supply, although we have, I don't know, we produce bioplastics much faster than we do metal. So that's okay. I guess we'll be all right for the med kits. I think we averted disaster because we just had the 1 desk. And I think putting down those 2 extra desks inside of the lab was probably a good idea. Good thing to do right in the beginning kind of thing. And I think that will help out. Eventually I want to place down more machines. I want to place down a second, I want to say capacitor. I can't get out of my head. I can't do it. Semiconductor. I want to have another semiconductor machine inside of the robot facility, or the factory. I want to say robot facility, but inside the factory. And then I want to have 4 metal metal processors, and I want to have 4 of the bioplastic processors inside of this lab. Although there's no reason to do it right now unless we have like a second mine and enough workers to actually do the job. And then I think when we get those what are they, the type 3 bots, the mining bots, maybe then. All right, cool. So towards the end of this episode, we actually are going to get the biodome all finished and wrapped up. Although the engineer's probably going to weld this front part and just walk away. That's another thing that I think that probably should be worked on in the patching of the AI, is have the engineers finish up the job, because Yellowbot always did that. He always welded the module and then he welded the tunnel. But what's going to happen here probably is the engineer is going to weld the actual dome but not weld the tunnel, which is probably okay, because you know what's going to happen is as soon as... Oh, we did. All right, so I'm just going to eat my words. Those words are salty. All right, so what's going to happen here is we are going to be pulling oxygen out of other places, because this is a big facility, and we are pulling oxygen out of the cargo bay. We're probably going to be pulling oxygen out of a couple other tunnels, and especially when we build some other stuff like the large canteen and all that. It's really got to get... Yep, see what's happening now? It's giving me O2 warnings. Yep, O2 warning, out of structure, robotics facility. Ooh, it's just pulling it out of everything. Yep. O2 out of 4 structures, 5 structures, 6 structures. I knew this was gonna happen. All right, so I think what I'm gonna have to do, so everyone doesn't friggin' suffocate, is I'm gonna have to turn off 10 structures. I'm gonna have to turn off the biolab. No choice. Turn off the biolab. That should restore oxygen to the rest of the facility. Now we know what we need to build next for certain. We should have enough water. I think the 2 water generators with a smaller biodome with all those plants, putting in another water or oxygen processor should be okay. I think that should be good to go. Anyways, this has been the Monday episode. I'm sorry it was kind of slow. This week's gonna be slow, but thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time. Have a great day and take care.